Phil, I know that like this morning you thought that I was all gung ho for this podcast and I'm doing great and whatnot, but fucking Lee and Edgar can't decide what they're doing with their comic shop. I mean, they're doing cool things and everybody should go shop at Modern Age Comics, but they can never figure out what they want me to do, and it's taking up all of my time and energy, and I don't want them to fail. So I don't know how I can do both the podcast and keep them in line as well. So I keep all rights. This is not like a this is still a work for hire thing. Like, look at the back of your check. It says that I own you, but you got to
Check.
do all 22 panels on your own because I'm done. 22 panels no more, man.
Oh, well, it's good to hear that there's at least the dream of 22 panels checks sometime in the future to expect. Hello, everybody. Welcome to
I
22
mean, I can
panels no
send you a
more.
22 panels check.
It'll be for a negative amount, so it'll cost me money to receive it.
I mean, I will send it. I will send it like postage upon delivery, and it'll be like funny money. But
Oh,
sure,
sure, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll accept some
If
wood
you
bucks.
want the check, I can arrange it.
I
If you
I would
want one
like
that a
you.
bank will accept, that's a different thing.
I don't need to deal with banks that much anyway. Banks are
Are
overrated.
you just gonna have Kelly go off and draw up the check then,
Yeah,
and it'll just be like
yeah,
Monopoly check?
right,
It's actually
right.
it's going to be his
And,
face on a $22 bill.
and then he has to find the place
That's
that
not a
will
check
take it
though.
and not,
Well, so it's
you know,
it's it's a check, but it's made out in the 22 panels, the wood bucks, so that's what it's
right.
good for. Again, it's this is why banks don't accept it. They just haven't stumbled upon his better form of currency.
I
I
see.
mean, no, I'm not even gonna go there.
No, I think that's enough economics for one episode.
I mean,
Uh,
everybody wants their own currency right now.
all
So,
right,
I mean,
yeah.
it might be our get rich
Oh
quick.
God. All
Peter,
right,
do you know how to create a cryptocurrency?
I see. I was a supporter of
No, but this
Woodbucks.
morning,
Woodcoin is too far.
I saw some article on how people were using their farming of cryptocurrency to heat their homes.
Wow,
So for the
incredible,
winter.
incredible.
So
Um,
making money while, sorry, quote unquote, making money while
making
you heat your
there's
home.
there's
Well,
too many series of air quotes in that. There's making money, and then money has its own little quotes around it too.
I mean, frankly, they were making money, whether or not they were making legal tender is a completely different thing.
They were making money. Profit? Absolutely not. Okay. And with that, we are jumping into we're continuing a little bit of persona generation because this is going to be an episode that ends up how do we say in media res of the mind, I guess. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But she's a figure that's haunted this series since episode 2. That is the character of Strife, who of course is Garion's half sister,
We
older
had
half
an
sister.
episode two.
We did. We've had several episode twos.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Um,
I mean, I thought two was the number we skipped. Trying to remember which floor it was that they didn't have at the hospital that Kelly
usually
was in. It
13.
wasn't, no,
Oh,
no.
it
They
wasn't 13?
had a 13.
Okay,
They
but
didn't have, I think, a six.
weird. Did they had a 7 though, I bet.
Right.
Yeah, but no
You went from
6.
5 to 7 in the elevator, but there was a 13,
Five
and there
seven just doesn't
wasn't
feel
like a
right.
significant, like, I don't think it was a hidden floor because it didn't take longer to get there. But
Okay.
but we should like get back on task. This is why it's better when I multitask.
You assume there's an on task for this game. There is.
Because when I'm not doing something else, I wind up talking about things that have nothing to do with the game.
believe it or not, I elevators are a pet subject of fascination for me.
Okay.
I've too visited many a hospital, and I have taken a hobby of making sure their elevator inspection certificates are up to date. Because I've been stuck in an elevator before, and it's not fun. Um, hopefully this episode won't feel like you're stuck in the elevator with all of us, because that would be a tight
Well, I
fit.
don't know. We could have love in an elevator. Well, maybe not. I don't
Probably
know if I
not.
want to.
I mean,
You guys are
yeah,
nice and all, but
yeah, no thanks. It's
Thought you were talking about Rose, but okay.
I mean,
oh,
he
okay. Well,
he
yeah,
says
no,
that
okay.
he
Well,
says that
yeah.
as he multitasks. You can have your imaginary love in an elevator in the captain's quarters right about now.
There's
Um,
an elevator in the captain's quarters.
uh, that'd be pretty sweet.
Of course
This
there
is
is.
the boat is literally the god of the forge.
Is it a
So
glass elevator?
no, no,
Hmm.
it's not. That's we're not getting Wonka. Although it is a chocolate boat, so I mean we're a little.
Oh, that's right. I
It might
forgot that.
be.
So we are
Yeah,
very Wonka. So
it's. This
I'm
is the
pretty
most Wonka
certain
the
that there
podcast has
is
ever
a
been.
glass elevator inside the captain's quarters. You just don't know
And,
about it because you haven't been allowed inside the captain's quarters.
you haven't given back your everlasting gobstopper,
Well, yeah,
and you drank your
duh.
fizzy potion.
I
So
actually took two everlasting gobstoppers
how do I
because
know
I
you're not
needed one
working for
for
Slugworth?
Rose
There
because
you go.
Slugworth is an ass.
Hmm.
Oh, good times. Okay. Strife. She was Garion's sister. Garion was, of course, the poor sap, now dead, who gathered us all together. Although he didn't have a connection to Lee. So that's a little interesting. That's a little interesting how you're here. I think that's gonna be, I'm gonna write down that that's probably gonna be my ongoing mystery for you is why are you here? Um
Isn't that the
He was
question?
bored one day.
I mean, hey, we don't ask those types of questions on this podcast. But yes, what is your significance here? Because Strife's significance is that she was so this is actually Strife is based off of my own sister, who, believe it or not, oddly enough, I never played D&D in high school, but she did. She had a D&D group, and I thought that was so cool, and I wanted to be a part of it, but I never was, and so much in that way, Garion's childhood, she was always the cool older sister who had the D&D group that he wanted to get into. Formed this one with Alan and Lex and Eamon. Eamon as an adjacent, so it was really with Lex and Alan in an attempt to kind of break into that. Um, and we also did reveal that Garion had a previous game with Strife and some other people she used to know, her old D&D group, and that was the first game of Die that he had played. And so this is the second game that is going on, possibly even a game within a game, subtly, maybe. We'll figure it out. Um, but one of the questions I posed to the group here, so Strife, she was the lead singer of a metal band. I am kind of mentally, anyone listening that's familiar with heavy metal, I'm kind of like, I've been listening to and loving the new Pupil Slicer album Fleshwork. So of course I'm like mentally thinking, okay, her band was a little bit like Pupil Slicer, but the reason they broke up was because Strife. This is now similar to another battle band, the Agonist, that the lead singer was trying to join the band Arch Enemy and be in both projects, and so they kicked her out of that one. So there's a little bit of merging of a couple of different things, but to say the least, they were abrasive. They were not everyone's cup of tea. So I threw out to the group, hey, how would, even though you've never met this person, you never met this person until you were in the game, they've still had an influence on your life in the real world someday. How has their music irritated you, your character, your persona? How has it affected you, even without realizing it? Who's behind it? Who is now, this uh, uh, villain, this villainous figure in our fantasy world? Um, Lee, I know you said that you
Yep.
might have had an answer to that one there.
Yeah. So the band that stands out to me, I had to Google it because I forgot how to spell it, but it's a band called OTEP.
Okay. How do you spell
Uh,
that?
OTEP.
Okay.
And American new metal band, but it's the interesting thing about this that I know for me and from a real life experience when I first was introduced to this band, it was the first time that I heard like a lead singer,
Hmm.
a female lead singer of a metal band.
Oh, okay.
So the part that was very confusing and off-putting for me at the
Hmm.
time was that it was a female that screamed in
Hmm.
that way, and I it made me physically uncomfortable.
Nice.
But I mean now I'm open to a lot more, but that would be the band that stands out to me. I don't remember the name of the song I listened to, but OTEP is the band.
Okay. I'm definitely going to have to check them out then. That is that's going to be a must for me. No, and that's just a reminder that sometimes growth starts from an uncomfortable place. But hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I get it. I hear you.
yeah. And just like so from that experience, how would you apply that to so you're saying that Willie like on the radio or somewhere in his life encountered um the fictional band here. I think I had a name for them at one point. I will have to look that up through the notes to see if I did, but uh like he similarly heard it, experience saw a female singer screamer and was like physically uncomfortable. Is Are you saying that like that's kind of to tie it back to the game or
Yeah, I would say that I don't necessarily want to say Willie is old school, but I know that he has a lot of old school influences. So
hmm.
like this is the way music should be. We're going back to the air quotes here
Yeah.
for the audio audience.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of maybe sort of traditional values. So it was like, wait, women aren't supposed to do that. Women aren't. So maybe it's
Hmm.
sort of uncomfortable on several different fronts.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I would definitely say that he probably encountered them and was just like completely just turned off to that.
Nice. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. It'd be yeah. I do it's funny how despite that reaction coming from Willie. It's I still like him as a character. You know, I'm still interested to see who he is, what he's got under the surface. Did anyone else have thoughts on the prompt, or can we kind of jump in with to things from here?
So just so I understand the prompt a little bit better, we're talking about how our character is related or
How they might have come across, you know, this invasive music that they most likely didn't like, that they had a reaction to, you know, just kind of a you know, weaving an interconnected web of, hey, this was a person you never knew, but now they hate their guts and you're fighting to the death. And they've been, you know, kind of like a musical thorn in your ear for longer than you were aware.
Grad students are constantly listening to it at the library.
Awesome, awesome. So it's
I
like,
was go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you should finish up with
Oh, it was just buzzing over
and then I'll jump in. It's
the
fine.
headphones. Yeah, like it's like the it's like, you know, even if you're not hearing it full volume, it's that like
Oh
at like
God.
a two, so that you just hear the like dee 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 of it, and yeah,
Yeah. So annoying. Somebody's just wearing their headphones, but it's like, yeah, you're not even doing what you're supposed to be doing with those.
it's like me at work.
Oh dear, Phil. Seriously? You're one of those people?
Not quite. I mean, I
He
can't
is
tell.
that guy.
Clearly, I'm that guy.
Damn. What I was gonna say is I can imagine like I mean like you do these little exhibitions and dance and you'll listen to song or you'll dance to different songs and some of them can be pretty interesting. If you didn't know the the theme to Skyrim can actually
Hmm.
you can actually do Viennese Waltz too.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, it's pretty exciting. So I think like considering like Lex was doing a lot of her dance in her youth, there was probably some amount of like this off game where they would try to find the strangest songs to dance to and like,
Hmm.
I mean obviously bring out like the most interesting like bring out the song into the dance, but like there must have been somebody who just found one of these songs and was like, "Yep, we're gonna dance to this."
Mm.
Yeah.
That that immediately makes me think that if that was the song that she broke her leg to or injured herself to
No,
during,
I'm still
not
working
quite.
on that. I
Okay,
think there's
okay,
something else going on there.
okay, good, good. I
I
like to
haven't
hear
quite
that.
figured out what that is, but I don't think it was actually during dance that she broke her leg
Okay, good to know.
because I was thinking about that and for you to break your leg and then not really be able to go back to dance, it takes some serious like injury.
Like falling
Um,
off of wires as opposed to just being missing a jump or something.
yeah, it's like if you break like have a single fracture, I don't know. This is just from like stories I've heard and like experience, so it's not like universal at all,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But like I know people who have like broken their leg and like they were dance teachers and they, you know, maybe didn't do like the typical type of dancing for a little while, but they kept dancing and like went back to it like
Yeah.
fully afterwards. And like, that's probably I doubt that was like a super bad injury, but
Hmm.
or super bad break, but like so I was trying to think of it as like, okay, well, maybe there's actually a lot more to this whole broken leg thing because it's like clearly she can use it, but I'm starting to think like Lex is probably or has a lot of leg pain like fairly
Mm.
regularly,
Hmm.
and like it's got to be semi-fragile if she's not going back to dance at
Yeah.
all. Like it has to be one of those things where it's like, oh. Like, I love this thing, but literally I will be dealing with like broken leg all the time if I go back to this.
Wow. Yeah. Well, and I have to imagine that. So that means that, that this is it now. Um, when you take a Fairgold, when you're powered up, your chronic pain is gone.
Right,
But in that moment, if you can't, get your first one in the morning, when it fades, you at least have those moments of pain,
right.
and even if it doesn't come back at like a 10, it comes back at a 3, and you're like, shit, it's back. And you start chronic pain is just a absolute, absolute debilitator, personally. So, okay, that's great. That's great. I like that a lot. Um, Alan, I'm going to give you a pass on this one because I mean, if it would have to be especially embracive for you to remember it, I would have to imagine, for a, you know,
Well,
something
also,
like
I
that.
like so much music that I don't know how you could have music that would wind up being abrasive to me.
Okay, that challenge
I mean,
accepted in the universe.
I feel like maybe I was jarred, but then I had to maybe stop and start it over, slow it down, or slow my mind down,
Hmm.
turn the volume down, and then work it back up.
And here I was thinking when there was a, slow Jolene situation.
What would be super funny to me though? If you had to do that every time with it, and that's how it was abrasive. Like every time you heard it,
I
you were
mean, it
like,
might have become an OCD thing.
Fascinating,
"Oh, I like that."
compelling.
You could
I
take
do
that,
too.
or leave it, but I think you should take it.
Okay, okay, we're gonna. All right. Yeah, Alan, gotcha. Okay. And with that, we are going to pass out the dice. First up, we have our D10, and that one is going to be wielded by.
That will be wielded by me, who I'm Peter, and I'm playing Lex in this game that we continue to play. I'm not really sure what I'm getting into this week because or sorry, this session because
This
I
session.
wasn't here last session.
Indeed, and that is because last time, as we found out, Lex had been controlled by Strife, the digital downloaded copy, because again, in the episode, this is so funny. In the episode where Chew wasn't here, he was possessed by the Eldritch God, who plunged its fist into Strife while she was possessed by the God of War, who then died. As she was fading away, dissolving into existence, was when Lex downloaded her consciousness into her own uh, system. But Strife was a dictator. She wielded the D4. Um, that's what she did. We have a second D10, and that one is wielded by.
This one is wielded by Lee Woods. Willie is yeah, I'm excited because I think a part of this is going to be remembering what happened last month and that, but I'm excited to see where this sort of story goes with Willie.
Excellent. After that, we've got our D8, and that one is wielded by.
True, playing Heyman. Um, he's got an earworm. He's got an earworm going right now of like some terrible band that the grad students are constantly playing at the library.
Wonderful. Then we have a stray D12 that was wielded by the aforementioned Garion, but was stolen by the master to make a pact with the god of fate as Garion was dying early on in our adventure. And then next up, we've just got a
That was only like
little
3 sessions ago, Phil.
3 sessions ago. Wow, yeah. I mean, was that? I guess so. Yeah, it was, it's been a hell of a year. It hasn't even been a year since we started playing. That's how much of a year it's been. And that amount that amount of insanity is the reason why the good old D6 is all that is entrusted to find Tadison over there.
What? Why do
Oh,
I always
wait,
have to go last? I'm the rich guy. Wait a
you want
minute.
to
Am
start
I
out?
rich?
I think you're still rich. Rich in friends, rich in love.
uh, I
And
mean, you were rich
character.
in the real world,
I know,
the
but we're not in the
real
real
world.
world.
Yeah, you're
Right.
probably not rich here anymore.
Is there a real
But I
world?
do have a guitar and a sword.
And a
It's hard.
girlfriend, apparently. Good for you.
And a 50-pound laptop.
Well, that'll make me strong.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And lastly, there is the D20, and that one is mine. So what we're going to do now is you're going to take your die and you are going to slowly lower it down to the table, hold on to it, and in three, two, one, let go. Open your eyes, and we are in the world of die. Uh, we are in a bit of a flashback as Lex watched the time bubble peeling back across a changing, blurring skyline. She turned inward to the digitized Tron Matrix world with Tenny spinning and pinging about you to see the digital copy of Strife in your mind actually take off her muzzle that she had on. Um, and you can hear her fully laughing without it. Um, as she says, "Oh, this is going to be fun." Um, I didn't know if there's anything you wanted to try to ask her or talk to her about, but um, you experience uh, the rest of this time.
I will continue my line of questioning that I've been trying to ask this entire game. What is
Sweet.
this place?
What is this place? This place, well, right now it's a I'm a little concerned that you don't recognize your own mind. You don't have as strong of a grip on this as I thought you did.
No, not this place, this world that we're in that I just pulled you out of.
Oh, the game? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it? It's the game. We call it die. And you can do whatever you want here. You can have whatever you want here. The pain can go away. You can dance again. Anything else you ever could have dreamed in,
How
it
do
can be
you know
yours.
about this?
It's not my first time here, you
Not
know?
your first time in my mind?
Ha, yeah, sure. Um, I guess not now that and so then a little window pops up behind your head as you relive that experience we just talked about in Persona Generation of you having the craziest song to dance to and one of her bands
Well, I'm not sure
comes
I
on.
danced to it. I just said somebody danced to it.
Somebody danced to it, but yeah, it's that moment, and but you still hear the stabbing staccato rhythms of um, of her band. I want to call it well, the band she eventually joined is called Antagonist. That's for sure. But her first one, I am still coming up with a name for. But yeah, that's where so you realize that, or I don't know if you realize it, but her music plays for you again. So no, it's not the first time she's been in your mind, because of that moment so long ago when, uh,
I push past the memory and say, that's not what I meant. And you know it.
yeah, I know a lot of things, but if I told you all of them, it wouldn't be very fun now, would it?
Hmm.
Um,
I mean, that's for me to decide now, isn't it?
I don't think there's very much that you get to decide right now, but go ahead and try if you'd like to. Um, and this is where I don't know if you would try to
I think you're
refocus on the real
wrong. I
world.
think at any given moment and any given time, I have plenty to decide always. It's just knowing what actually affects things or not. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm kind of losing the thread as I'm just saying things, to keep you preoccupied so that you don't notice as I take control of your body. And
I
with
don't think
that,
you can do that.
you wake up in a cell. You don't know how long has passed, but you know that enough has changed so that Strife is no longer there. I wish there was a little bit smoother of a transition. There were several other plot points I needed to set up, but I guess we'll come back to those chaotically as we need to. As you see Lee's face in the window look at you, and then you see him just as he turns away to walk away. And there is pain in your leg, and we are swaying on the sea. There are metallic bars of chocolate lining the walls of your cage, as it is made out of chocolate and covered in tinfoil. Um,
Weird.
yeah.
I do. I think this is new, but I think in my last level, get gold source.
Yes, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And
As
I
I
would assume
expected
this is
you.
a new day.
It is for you. So with that, as you activate the ability Gold Source, we were kind of up in there of how it usually activates, but what happens now is so the back, you're resting your back against the hull of the ship, and of course there's slight gaps in between the wood. It's not quite or the chocolate wood, but you see the glimmer of a little golden coin slip out from between two pieces of wood, and it drops onto the floor and makes like a sort of, that was a die, but it was a sort of clink, 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 and rolls along down to in front of you. And if you would actually look in that gap in the wood very closely, you see the smiling face of a fallen that says, "Here you go, boss. You got it from here." And they fall off the side of the boat into the waters. Um, So you have a piece of fair gold. Which of your gifts would you like to activate?
I'm gonna go for full AI.
Full AI activation. Okay, give me 1 second. Plot amongst yourselves.
Somebody was looking at me through a mirror. Now nobody's here with me.
I mean, Willie's on his way back, so he saw somebody in the brig. Is like, well, maybe they deserve to be there, and starts to continue exploring.
Okay, I've
Oh
returned.
God, he's
All right.
back.
Yep, yep,
We've
yep.
mutinied. We've taken
Excellent.
over the ship.
Okay, what's happened? Who's doing what? You have your full AI. What happened? What'd you roll? What'd you roll? I
I didn't
wasn't
roll
looking.
anything.
Okay,
I
good.
just joked that you said plot against us, and then you came
Yep.
back and I said, we've mutinied, we've taken over the ship.
Okay.
But we haven't. I was just kidding.
Right.
Anyhow.
Okay, good. Phew, I was ready to. I was gonna say if you could show
Dear
your work.
viewers, Phil stepped away for a second.
I had to go let my wife in. She's back from her girls' weekend, and the
What?
door was locked. I know.
Sorry.
Surprise,
That's
surprise.
No,
early.
you're fine.
A little bit. But yeah.
Anyway,
Whew.
so
Okay. So you activate your full AI enhancement.
yes.
Mhm.
And then I scanned this door in front of me.
You scan the door in front of you. So okay. So you have your full AI. You are trapped in a chocolate Faraday cage. Um.
In the God of
So
Forge,
in the God of Forge, yes,
which
yes.
I last I knew was somehow connected to.
Kind of. Yeah. So it's you know, I mean, I'm still working out exactly what the relationship between the God of the Forge and the Fair are, but they are not the same thing.
No, I gathered that I didn't think they were, but
Yeah.
uh can
I
I
was going
use
to try
my
and make them the same
AI to
thing, but
try to talk to the God of the Forge?
yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing to do right now. Yeah, I don't think there's really much well, so let's see here. So you're in a Faraday cage. So
A
in lo-
chocolate Faraday cage. That makes
a
perfect.
chocolate
Um,
tinfoil Faraday cage, which I guess, I mean, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say just roll for it, and you should be able to punch through that somehow.
with the D10 as extra.
Yeah, because you
And
can
I'm
have
guessing I'm rolling in.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So I think it's one of those where it's I don't know how difficult it would be, but I think you being on your own, as long as you don't get full failures on this, I think you'll manage a piece of
Yeah,
contact.
okay. Well, I got a 6 and a 5.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough for some contact. So you okay. So what do you say to the God of Forge?
I say, well, first I introduce myself. Well, no, I guess it knows me since I was part of it for a second there a long time ago. Uh, I'll take some time to first recognize it, and then I'll be like, why am I in this cage?
And it just says, "Shut up, Strife."
I'm not Strife.
Yeah, you tried this before. We still don't believe you.
How would you? Hmm,
How would you?
hmm.
Hmm.
What did I do?
You killed Droke. And this is where we now pan up to Droke, the silent lizard man, is who I said last time. Oh, he's up in the crow's nest. He's a zombie.
Oh,
He got better.
to, so going back to our discussion between sessions,
Hmm.
there's another one of me, right?
Kind of. Strife does so yes. So this is where we'll say now is a good time for you to receive some of the memories of because that's the thing is that your body was possessed by Strife. So those memories are still in your brain
Mm,
somewhere. So
okay, so
so
you
you
completely threw me for a loop. Got it.
Yes. So you now have so you know, like you, Lex, knows that Strife was running around with your face for the past 10 years. Um, and I guess for everybody else, yeah, she's she's no longer in Lex's body because Peter's here. Um, and I don't think she'll be possessing you again because that seems like a bad trick to pull more than once. Um, but the question is now if you want to trade a couple minor memories of those to the memory merchant for further power-ups to try to break out of here, or if you can come up with a way to prove that you're actually you and not
I'll think on
your.
it. You should
Okay.
go focus on somebody else for a bit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to throw you
No,
for
I'm just
as
like
big a loop.
confused because like I don't know. We had a conversation and now I'm like, oh, this is not what I remember. Anyhow,
Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay.
all good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll think
no,
on it.
so yeah, okay, okay. Um, so from there, Lee, um, I guess if you're curious about what he was talking about, we could kind of flesh it out. So Strife was running around um with Peter's face for the past 10 years.
Mm.
I think I accidentally rudely doubled back on something that we had talked about. Um, with you being let out of the cage more. Um, if okay, yes, yeah. So gotcha. But yeah, but the gist is that she's going to be out there. She's going to look like Lex. Um, this is probably a moment where it would be good for the Forge God to alert everyone that you're not Strife anymore. This is somehow different from last time. I didn't know if the crew wanted to gather. We're now going to try to sort of explain to everyone else. I feel like the party needs to because last time we were kind of all disparately exploring.
We
So
we explored a lot.
yeah, yeah, kind of all around the ship. Um,
I did not explore a lot.
no,
That
you,
is technically true.
yes,
I
yes.
I played music and then fell asleep.
hmm hmm
That is true.
That was in the captain's quarters with Rose. So
The bed is very comfy.
it's good to know. Good to know. Um,
Well,
we're
no, it's not because I don't think your beds are very comfy, and now you have to be jealous.
that is rather amusing. Um, so I guess it's at this point that with Lex continuing to say, hey, I am me this time. Um, gosh, I'm trying to think now of. So that's the thing is that so you can tell the party something that only you would know because even though Strife took control of you, she didn't have all your memories. So it's not like she was a perfect copy of you while she was running around. So she wouldn't know everything about Lex's life. But if there's something like a connection between Lex and Eamon or Lex and Alan, um, then like what's I guess something that, because now the Forge God is like, there's a problem in the brig. And so, if everyone wants to gather down there, you know,
Does Willie hear this voice as well?
I go
yeah,
down there,
I think it's kind of an alert
Okay.
to we're gonna let you out of the cage.
Okay.
Sorry, I
and
I
I
think I
get to
forgot
the
more.
cage is also made of chocolate, right?
It is made of chocolate, yes.
Okay, so I turn to the Forge God and I say,
hmm
"Is this a load-bearing cage?"
Aren't
Um,
you in the Forge God?
everyone is,
Like
yeah.
anywhere you turn, you're turning to the Forge God.
Okay, I don't
I
turn
think
to
that's
the
a good
Forge
point.
God. I just say, "Is this a load-bearing cage?"
Unfortunately, yes, it is. All of this, it turns out, being a chocolate boat is an incredibly difficult endeavor, and if you start eating away at one corner, it all comes apart pretty quick.
Huh.
Okay, so I very carefully mark off every fourth bar. And rather than just hacking with my sword, I take my sword and I very, very carefully cut myself a segment of chocolate to eat from.
Okay, okay, okay. So this
You
wasn't
knew this
about
was gonna
getting
happen. It's a
this wasn't
chocolate thing.
about this wasn't about getting Lex out of there. It was about getting a piece of chocolate tea. I see. I see. Um,
I mean, if it had happened to Freelex, that wouldn't have stopped me, but you said
sure.
it was a load-bearing cage.
There we go. Peter, I'm sorry. I think I forgot more of our conversation than I realized.
Oh, you're all right. It
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Just means
Um,
just means we have to play more on the fly. It's all right.
we are. Thankfully, I have more in plan for this episode than you escaping from a cage that I put you in and then didn't give you an easy way out. Um,
Oh, I don't think I was thinking the easy way out. I was
no, no, no. I mean, like mentally, I didn't know how you were going to get out of there. So why did I put you in there and then say, hey, get out,
Well, I mean, I just presented an easy way out, and
to
you
cut
made
him
the
out,
decision. You know,
to have a
it
load
could have
bearing
it's
been a
fine.
cage.
cage that
I mean,
didn't go
there
all the
is
way
a
between the
if
decks.
if you will, we
Yes.
have essentially allowed me to hack things.
Yeah,
I'm sure I could just hack well, except it's a Faraday cage, so I don't know
it is a
how you
Faraday
want to play
cage.
that.
I
If
know.
that makes it any different. But
I
also,
mean,
is like, is it a 360 Faraday cage?
I don't think so because I said your back was against the chocolate wood, that's where the coin came through. So it
Ooh, okay, that's gonna be
also,
fun.
yeah, yeah, between that
I'm
and yeah, yeah,
gonna
go for it.
hack the part that's not the Faraday cage, which is
Okay.
behind, which I assume goes out to the ocean.
It does. It does. Yeah, that's like the
Oh,
wall.
people are gonna
Okay.
hate me all of a sudden.
Okay.
So I'll try to mitigate this some.
Okay.
I'm gonna put myself next to the wall
Hmm.
and try to morph the wall so that it always stays as one piece,
Hmm.
but like essentially build an incredibly tight room around me,
Oh.
the wall, and then get rid of the back of it so that I can now be outside of the ship.
Yeah, yeah, I think you could do that. You do oddly enough still have that gem from the cyborg Brontosaurus Hydra. If so, there's going to be like pieces of scales, but yeah, that sounds like something you could definitely do. Where so now you're on there's basically a tiny. You're basically on the other side of the wall now, clinging to the outside of the ship.
Oh,
And I
Is
fun.
look
is
at,
what's going on?
I watch Lex do that, and I say, "Okay, problem solved." And I go up to the deck. I look down at Lex and say, "Hey, would it be easier if I threw you a rope?"
I look up at you and I imagine 10 years is a lot of time even to be in a slump. Well, except for us, it wasn't really a slumber, was it? It was like an instant. We mentioned that was a time bubble. How does that
Right.
work?
So that was it. So with the time bubble, that was where this world that you've been on has existed for longer than you've been on it. Um, that was I know that
So for
sounds
us, like almost no time passed.
yes. So that's the thing is even last time when there was
So there
um
wouldn't be any sort of weird grogginess or anything like that, because like literally for us, nothing happened.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's more of
Um,
it was the rest of the world. It was just that the NPCs at the moment the time bubble
so
burst.
I'm probably have my faculties, and I'm just very confused on this whole thing. I I don't know. I don't think I'd have the memories that, because again, nothing happened for me.
Yeah, so you don't have the memories, but they're
For
like
from like for
So they come in like flashes. So they're like memories that you don't know you
So it's
have.
like data packets that are just coming to me.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. That's actually a perfect
I look up and I
place.
say, yeah, I think a rope might be useful as long as it's not made out of chocolate, because let's be honest, I don't think it would hold.
Are there any non-chocolate ropes around?
Um, I mean, my instincts say no. No, all the ropes are chocolate around
Okay.
here. I mean, thankfully you
So
have an ability
I,
for just
I,
an instance as this.
I take off my cloak
Okay.
and I twirl it around and I knot each end so
Okay.
that it stays together
Uh-huh.
and I lean over the edge and lower it to him.
Well,
You lower
luckily
it
the
over the edge.
boat is made out of chocolate, which probably
Uh-huh.
means that it's pretty easy to claw into.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
So you can
uh,
like half climb up the wall
until I
and
can
then
grab his cloak, sure.
pretty easy, yeah. It's
Do you
not
need
like
me to roll
dangerous.
anything?
Wait, I don't think we're asking the important question here is it milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
Oh, it's dark
That's also a
chocolate.
good question.
Oh,
Yep.
that's the best kind of chocolate. Okay.
Yep. That's how you
I
know it's a good
can
boat.
confirm that it's very good dark chocolate.
It is. It is. So it flakes a bit. But yes, but you're able to clamber up there.
Where's our
Um,
marshmallow guy?
oh, he's lost. He is lost with the rest of the gods. They turned into a giant kaiju monster.
We have this chocolate boat. We got to go find the marshmallow guy. Oh wait, let me hold on with both hands. I should scratch my head right now.
All right. So, yeah, if I don't need to roll any checks, then I climb up,
Right,
which
right,
I'm
right.
sure will lead to all sorts of more shenanigans
All
as
sorts of
now
more
the
shenanigans.
prisoner is outside of.
Indeed. And there's confusion. There's a crisis. There's a mix-up. It's um who's that in the background there?
Hold on.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry. Um, Alrighty. So you were climbing up the side of the boat. You're up top. Now everyone comes clamoring onto the top of the deck. There's Rose. She's like, get that prisoner under control. She's trying to make a break for it again. Um, One of those sorts of things. Smink is like, you bastard, you killed my friend. There's just like a little like deathly like a gurgle that comes out of the crow's nest, sort of things. Uh, uh, I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping for some confirmation, like some kind of memory. Well, we haven't talked about the game that we actually used to play way back then. Is there what would a signal be between Lex and Alan, like a signal of trust? I mean, other than Alan just seeming to trust everyone.
Well, I
Uh,
mean,
I
when
don't
he
even know
was
what
in
that
the
game
cage,
was.
I wondered. But now that he's not in the cage, the problem was getting him safely off the side of the boat, not figuring out if he needed to come out of the cage.
Right.
And now that he's in front of me and not contained, then there's no problem to solve.
Yep. Sounds about right. Perfect. Perfect. So the trust is
Other
implicit.
than working out the chords on this song that I've been writing.
Okay. The something between sailing away on an elevator.
No, that was just me being bored.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So uh I guess in this situation, um, Peter, how would you convince someone that you are who you say you are and that you're not the person who's been controlling you for the past
I mean,
decade?
the question is who's asking?
Well, at this point, I guess it would be Rose, where she's like, "All right, I'm suspicious. I see that
Is
Alan
she
is
holding
trusting
a
you."
sword to me or what's going on?
So
Tell
I
me the
guess
scene.
the scene. Okay, so all of the chocolate clockwork pirates have drawn misshapen chocolate bar swords and are pointing them at you. And one of them they have like little tiny they're like one has a blunderbuss and it's full of pop rocks, and another one's got they're sharpshooters and they've I guess red hots. I don't know, something like that. Various candy, all kinds of
Stolen from other gods. Got it.
yeah, maybe. Well, yeah. I think cinnamon bullets make sense because there is like an ongoing war so go elsewhere in the world.
No,
So
I
like
was just playing with you.
no, it's perfect. I mean it's I guess it still is up in the air whether the I think I was going to have the trickster god be the god of pop rocks, but then Alan said he didn't like pop rocks, so he became the god of graham crackers. So, it's a slapdash ramshackle operation we've got
All
going on
good.
here. But
Anyway.
yeah, so they're under threat. There's, she who I don't think I mentioned last episode, but Rose absolutely has an eye patch. So she has an eye patch. She has a big hat.
Does
She,
she need the eye patch?
yes,
Alan would know.
yes, she needs the eye patch.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and
Because
so,
underneath it is her cybernetic eye that sees all.
damn it, Peter. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, sorry. Anyhow.
No, you're all good.
Uh,
Yeah, and so she's like, all right, this
Can
is
I also have an eye patch?
yes, but you don't need
Well, I know I don't need it, but I want to show solidarity with
it. Okay.
Roche.
So you put it on the same eye?
Sometimes.
Okay. So it's perfect. Perfect. And we're
um,
back.
so
But so now so she's looking at you and she's basically like, this has almost happened before, you know. In the sense of Strife has tried to escape and as attempted to impersonate you by trying to escape. How do we know that you're really you? And again, it's Rose doesn't know Lex very well. Alan
I
knows Lex.
will raise my eyebrow and say, well, this has almost happened before. When did this almost happen? What was that like?
It was pretty much just like this, but in the moment of weakness of questioning, you use that to take advantage of me, and in that scuffle, I barely overpowered you back into the state of submission. So I guess
So
you would have done
I
that by
came
now.
out the wall of the ship and climbed up it. I'm just trying to understand what happened to me because I'm getting memory packets of something and it doesn't
Something.
really make sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
I love that you know their memory packets because it's so Tenny's telling you that where it's like memory packet received and it's got like a different like user ID stamp on it than you're accustomed to, but like you have it, and so that's like you cutting somebody's throat or something like that, and just like 10 years of mischief and mayhem, um, just popping into your mind's eye. Um, Throughout all of this. So I think just how you're handling this, the level of misunderstanding and questioning that you're expressing is something that Strife, even, she is a chaotic person and she is a combative person, but she's not a subtle person and could not act her way to being this confused. Um, and so they quickly realize, okay, you're out of here. You are, you're free. We are, just it's like gosh, it's like a moment in Elder Scrolls where, I'm thinking of the Gray Mask where suddenly everyone's like, "You're the guy who leads the Thieves Guild," and then you take it off, and somehow they're like, "Okay, you're not that guy anymore. It's fine. It's fine." It's kind of like that. It's kind of like everyone had they were up in arms against you, and now they've all simultaneously relaxed. The Clockwork Pirates have gone back to what they're doing. Smink still gives you a glare, sheathes his knife, and then goes back down to the galley as we realize the kitchen is meant to be called on a ship. Um, and you are allotted, you now have a decision to make. And this is an actual decision. of where do you go next? This side that you're on is the island that you crash landed to, and then kind of an ocean. Um, Downish, there are cliffs. There's a high cliff wall that you would have to scale up, so you can't go that way. But you can go either left, west, or right out, and that leads to two different and distinct villages, encampments that you would journey towards for rest to get your bearings of what's been happening over the past 10 years. Well, it's easier to let's get someplace easier. It's not out in the open. And I realize this is a completely arbitrary decision for all of you.
So just to be clear,
Uh-huh.
we got past the point where we were questioning whether I was Strife, and now everybody's like, okay, we need to figure out what to do now.
Well, yeah, that was kind of those
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're
settling into
fine.
the ship. Yeah.
I'm partially saying it because I don't think there wasn't a lot of transition there, so like
No, that's
Well,
my
it's
fault.
it's it's
well,
good to sort of like rehash it with the everybody because
I think you're right.
I
Moving
was
a little
like
too quickly.
I was like this is a decision for me, and I was like no, this is a decision for you. Got it.
Yep.
Anyhow.
well, I'm also wondering too, right? Because I don't think Willie's really experienced this before, right? So
Hmm.
it's like, if anything, at least in my mind's eye here, it's like once everything started sort of going off and like people are like, okay, like he's in there, sounding alarm, but whatever the case, it's almost like for Willie things kind of slowed down. So like even
Hmm.
Alan, how he came down and like helped out and then went back up. I just imagine Willie's sort of sitting there watching everything and people like kind of move around him like he's in slow motion. But I don't think he really knows what to ask. Like, of course he wants to know like what the hell happened. But at
Hmm.
the same time, he's like still trying to take in Strife, Garion,
Hmm.
Forge God, blah.
Right, right, yeah. This is you're still an outsider, so to speak. Um, so there's still a lot that you don't know, um, and those sorts of things. Sorry, my cat's trying to tell me something right now, but I can't understand him. Um,
Well,
yeah,
we'll speak with animals.
right. No. Um, he says I'm hungry. Oh, well, it's a little early for him to be hungry, so maybe he's
Yeah.
not hungry. Um, One of those sorts of things. Um, and I guess, and this is where I know I've mentioned it to you all before, but I don't know who. So I guess Rose is a good person I need to tell you is that the past 10 years have been quite frankly fucking hell. They have the world has been continually ravaged by uh, the kaiju gods that have been wreaking havoc and destruction across this world. So the figures of the gods had been monstrified, and so now we are heading to, they're less cities or villages, they're more of outposts of civilization full of adventurers and it's very slapdash, rough and tumble world that we now land ourselves in. And I guess I could give you a little background on the two different civilizations to choose from. Towards left west is Pirate Town, that is going to be a multicultural cornucopia of, goblins and birdmen and weirdos of all shapes and sorts. There is a pirate priest to meet there, who, that's like, your friendly, jokey group of people. The other direction is a vampire village where the bit of prep I need to do is reread These Savage Shores, kind of that was the Vampire Pirates inspiration there. But so it's gonna be a little darker, a little more mysterious, but not, it's one of those things where even though it's a vampire town, you're not going to be fighting vampires. I guess the way I'd want to describe it is it has the tension of like a horde town, in World of Warcraft, where like, okay, it's not openly hostile, but yeah, people here can be kind of mean, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, so which way do you feel like going? Do you feel like talking to
Well,
friendly
wait.
faces or what's that?
I mean, we're in the middle of an ocean.
Uh-huh.
Were we on a different side last time?
You're still on the same side that the Pantheon crash landed into.
So wouldn't there be a third side to go to?
There is, but it is like a sheer cliff wall, so you would have to get out of the boat and like climb up the cliff wall as opposed to like stay in the boat and go to. That's an option if you want to go that way. If you want to try
I
to,
mean, like that sounds like the Princess Bride.
it does. It does a little bit. It does a little bit. But
And
yeah.
I actually have it in my notes that we literally talked about the Princess
Mhm.
Diaries. So,
The two figures I had
We
not
did.
mentioned yet were Dread Pirate Roberts Fezzik and his first mate Inigo. I've already decided the only thing Fezzik is largely silent. The only thing he says is ever two rows, and it is as you wish. I'm still working on my Andre the Giant impression. I wish I was like another foot and a half taller.
yeah, that's what
Like
you
says
need.
as you wish. Weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, as a group, is
I
there
thought he would say anybody want a peanut.
He also says anybody peanut. Anybody want a peanut? If anyone else, if he can rhyme it, but he only says that if he can rhyme it.
uh,
Yeah.
so like as a group, is there uh, I guess for first question is what are we trying to do and where do we think we're going to get those achieve that goal, I guess.
Well, I get the first question is, do y'all feel like trying to go home or not? 'Cause Alan's made it clear that he kind of likes it here, and he doesn't
More
have a whole lot of
problems to
interest.
solve.
Yeah, it's pretty
The
interesting.
ones at home are easy.
Hmm.
So I mean, if you're interested in trying to figure out how to get back home, so that's the other thing is
That's a fair thing.
I feel like I need to have a sort of moment of contact between Willie and the Master to sort of have like a at least like a directive of sorts, so that you have some, because right now you don't really have anything to go off of other than you were doing a drop, you opened a door, and then you ended up in this weird room with a magical die that empowered you, and then you started shooting at other zombies, and
Uh-huh.
it turned out you were in a box that was the Forge God that yeah, so you're kind of you're very disoriented. So that makes a lot of sense now.
Fair
Um,
enough, yeah.
so I guess even Rose is like take your time, Willie, but you know you'll fit in here. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Um, uh, uh, where she can see that your no nonsense skills will be good on the horizon. Um, so yeah, and I guess yeah, in the monster hunting background, yeah, who wants to kill a god? Is the gist of it, is that the only hope this world has for combating those gods are the dice. The you know the Because that's the thing is your D6, your D10s, your D8, those are super powerful magical artifacts that you fought gods before and won. Like I mean, admittedly you had the help of Toasty the Phoenix, but you fought the Eldritch God and you took him down. You fought the Forge God and you incapacitated him pretty well. So yeah, your mission now is to track down these god monsters and either capture or kill them. Uh, and try to figure out that situation there. I actually wrote down, yeah. So that's the thing. So again, depending on which village you feel like going to, are quest boards that I have there. Because that was something I'm like, hey, maybe we should do this. Maybe we should write down a list of quests that we as a group are interested in, or questions that we want to try to solve, and those sorts of things. Because I do have at least on the quest board, I have a few to hand you. If it's just which town do you feel like going to, or do you feel like scaling the wall of mysteries?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think at this point, considering I'm getting data feeds of myself doing all sorts of things over last 10 years that I can't even relate to. Um, I'm now concerned about whether or not I have a rogue element in my brain, or so I have to work through figure that out. Anyhow,
Yeah. Thankfully, that was I was planning something different other than like I said, I don't want to take control of your character. I just wanted an excuse for what you were doing last episode.
sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
So I'm also like I'm big in the memes. So
Hmm.
all I see now is I see Peter's character. We go to this left west pirate town that includes goblins and bird people
Hmm.
because all I see now is there's that one video of the little girl with a parrot that extracts the tooth from her
Hmm.
mouth. I imagine like doing that with with Peter characters. Strand.
And that's the thing. Thankfully, you have an outlet for your memory merchant. Is that you can use your 10 years of history of murder and espionage. That if that's causing you discomfort, you can trade that for fair gold equivalent, basically.
I mean, that sounds dangerous because like
Yeah.
that 10 years of memories could also be telling me what could be a wealth of information on what's happened.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
finally there's actually like that risk reward level, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure it'll be a sliding scale, you know. The last thing I want to do is that video game equivalent of like, hey, this item has a really big price tag if you sell it at the shop. But it's also a really obscure ingredient for a super specific quest that if you sell, you'll never be able to complete. I don't want to do that to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would never make it like something where you wouldn't be able to complete a primary quest, but you could
I
make it so
mean,
that not having it makes it harder
yeah. That would
or makes it more interesting as a lot of the tabletop RPG goes.
as we can see, that assumes a lot of skills on my part as a DM that I may or may not have. But in that sense,
Well,
so
I'm just trying to help you like, open up those skills.
I'm trying. I'm trying. You can lead me to water, but I still need a straw.
Mhm.
Um,
I like
so
that.
so
Let me go get you a straw then.
So,
there we go.
I'll work on
are, are
that.
are
So are
we
we
feeling are we feeling more like the multicultural, like easygoing town? Or are we feeling more of like a as Lee? I
hmm
love the idea of a vampire village. I like a darker
hmm
setting, but that's me personally.
hmm
Um, but I'm also wondering, like, again, for those of you, again, the real life people
hmm
that have been playing this game a little bit longer than I, where do you see like us going, or not going? I mean, that's also an option.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, Lee, we just got dropped into like who knows where.
That's true.
We
hmm
have
Me
no
too.
idea what this world is. We didn't even really know what the last world was. I
Oh,
mean,
I will have a map for you next time. Like I said, I have a map now. It's just not spoiler free. Um,
yeah, gotcha.
yeah,
oh, that's right. Willie does have a map. I'm sorry to
I
interrupt.
mean,
mhm,
if we wanted to really dive into this, I suppose one of us would be asking Rose more about these areas.
okay, yeah,
Uh,
right.
that
Um,
seems like a fair place to go.
totally.
And since Lee, it was your thought, maybe you should.
There you
Oh,
go.
I see what you did there. Um, so I imagine that
Hmm.
as I'm past the ball here, that as Rose tells Willie that like don't worry, your skills will be valuable. Like just
Hmm.
give it time. And I'm gonna try to enunciate my southern accent here. Uh, well, Miss Rose, I thank you kindly, but I'm also wondering where my skills are not quite uh, feasible yet. I'm wondering how can we use your skills or help us to get to where we need to be going?
Gosh, I mean. that's part of the tricky part is we need to go everywhere. And I mean, and we don't know where to go, but we know we need to go everywhere.
Okay.
It's not a matter of um, better. It's a matter of what do you feel like fighting first? Do you see yourselves as these dark and serious monster hunters, or do you see yourselves as a wacky group of pirates? You know, um, that's sort of me speaking through Rose just a tiny bit there.
Yeah.
Um, and that's also speaking to you as a player. I think that our tone has leaned more towards the wacky group of pirates in the past.
Mhm.
But interesting. I'm trying to flex a few different muscles here. And that I know I've said this before of the old.
And I don't think our tone's gonna change wherever we go all that much. I mean, as a party,
That's
the
true.
tone of the game might change,
That's fair. That's
and we
fair.
might still be the wacky group of quote unquote pirates as we
Uh-huh.
go running around in, this dark hunter slayer vampire
Mhm.
thing. I mean, I'm all down for going vampire
I, and I th
if somebody's interested. I don't have
yeah,
a strong opinion one way or the other, or
yeah,
even I mean, I really don't have a strong opinion. I'm even happy to go to the wall, but anyhow,
mhm, yeah, yeah. That's literally you're saying anything goes. Um,
And I want to take a moment here. Aben, you've been awfully quiet. What's
Yeah,
on your mind, Heather?
there's this weird band that keeps like it's stuck in my head right now and it's driving me crazy. It's one that the grad students would always listen to. Bugging the shit out of me. I also really want
no, sorry, I was
it's
just
like
trying to.
it's like they're trying to be metal, but I don't know if they're beginners or just bad.
Ouch.
Could be both.
A little bit both.
can I take this like packet of information I'm getting right now and just
Hmm.
like sort of place it into the data file that I have of Strife?
Oh, she's gone. She's
Oh,
not
how
she's not in
boring is
your head
that?
anymore. I know. Well, maybe. So okay. So have you seen the show Pantheon?
No,
Ah,
Okay, it's
sorry.
interesting. It's an animated series on Netflix right now about like AI, but they get created by like digitizing people's brains, and by digitizing they mean like burning them out of their heads while they're still alive. Um, it-
Oh, so they took the concept from Fall or Dodge and Hell. Gotcha.
Something like that, something like that, yeah. But the gist is they're like, oh, you can always once you're in upload, you can always reload a copy. So you can reload the copy of her from before she took over your body. So you can talk to her from before the 10 years, but like those 10 years, you have to like sift through your own memories to learn about.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna like keep her contained in like this zip folder,
Oh,
and then
nice.
I'm gonna add this additional item to that zip folder.
This additional item, which is this additional item now?
The
I was
thing
gonna say,
that Eamon just said.
oh, of the
I just want to piss her off.
oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know if they're
and
trying to be metal. I don't know if they're bad or
if they're
um
if they're if they're beginners or both. And I
if
just
they're
I'm just
beginners or just bad. I see.
and I'm
Ooh,
just
that's
and
perfect.
I'm just going through like all the reasons that they are not good. And I'm just
Hmm.
like I'm not really talking to anybody. I'm just at a certain point I'm just talking to myself. And then at one point then I'm like I would of just like at one point I lament about tacos because all this complaint because I usually don't complain. All this complaining is making me hungry. So now I want tacos. And then I go back to like it's like I would take a taco over like a whole year's worth of free tickets to their show, just one taco, even if it's a Taco Bell taco. And that's going real low.
And that's where Inigo pipes in. He's like, "Yeah, the food's a lot better in P Town." And then Rose is like, "There's some good places in Vantville, but you really have to hunt them out. There's a lot of draws there too." Also, FYI, Peter, when you dropped in all those packets of insults from Chew, next time you look at the zip folder, it has renamed itself to "Fuck You Die." Um, that's about it, and it's somehow like vibrating and red, so it's an angry zip file.
Oh, good.
I don't know if you've come across many angry zip files in your line of work,
I'm
but
gonna do everything in my power to make that a super angry zip file and then figure out what I want to do with an angry zip file. Figure
excellent.
out how I can release it in such a way to make it
That sounds
entertaining.
magnificent. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yes, please, please be the one who can take this thing that I gave you and turn it into a weapon. Absolutely. Um yeah. Wow. Um Perfect. Okay, so which way are you leaning? Uh, uh, if I mean, it sounds like Lee in his heart of hearts wants to go a little darker. Uh, Peter is truly jack of all trades here, saying he could go any direction. He's clearly more suspicious of me than usual. Um,
I'm sniffing for food, and just if I smell food, I'm just walking that way.
okay.
I mean, we're on a boat, so
He's
if you
walking.
smell food and it's not on the boat, then
You ate something. You ate. I think it was jerky. I think was it ostrich jerky?
Ostrich
Um,
jerky.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo
Kangaroo.
jerky? Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, yeah,
Oh
kangaroo
yeah,
jerky.
kangaroo. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. I'll rewrite that down. Kangaroo jerky. Okay, so at least you still have some of that.
I mean, I'm kind of curious to follow these interests. So
Okay,
I
so that's
guess
two
my boat
votes
is now starting to slide towards
towards
that
towards Vantville.
direction.
All right.
Especially since I know Eamon chimed in, but our fool hasn't, Alan hasn't.
I like to solve problems.
With money.
I would have thought you would have loved the pirates just because.
Pirates are cool.
I mean,
Pirates have lots of problems
they
because you
do.
got to keep the boat going. You got to decide whether or not it's worth going after this ship or that ship, and you got to decide whether you want to be the bloodthirsty pirates, kill everybody, or or the Luffy pirates, where we're just having adventure and trying to get treasure that will then
Sure.
spend. I mean, there's so many options. But I also
And
like
you think
tacos.
this world is more interesting than the other because
No?
Spicy blood tacos.
spicy blood tacos?
Spicy blood tacos.
I
Oh,
mean,
this world versus the world we came from?
yes.
Well, I mean, I pretty much won that world.
All right.
Perfect. Perfect. All right.
I mean, I gotta let people come catch up, and then I'll go back and see where everything's at, and there'll be new problems to solve.
Oh, that is okay. That gave me an idea.
Apparently, we came from a utopia.
What utopia are you talking about here?
Wherever we came from before we came into
The one
die.
in my living
Ah,
room.
ah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm still like mentally, I'm like, we
I have a
left.
You are
monkey.
perfectly fine.
Do you have a monkey?
I do.
I
We
didn't know
play darts, but with magnetic darts. We don't want anybody losing an eye.
I feel like
that.
Alan just has a very limited understanding of what problems are out there. He comes up with one and he's like, "Oh, I need to go solve this," and then he solves it. But then he
Well,
doesn't
I mean, I do
understand that
have to
there's
be shown the
more problems.
problems.
He can't solve problems he hasn't seen before, that's for sure.
That's right.
Well, I'm also maybe this is me trying to think too
It's
much into it.
possible that Rose has been keeping certain things away from my desk because she likes me to sleep.
Hmm. So you're saying you really, really have a hard time so
letting
like
go
right
of a
now,
problem
how are you
before it's
sleeping
solved.
in this new world? That's what
Well,
I'm.
right now we don't have any problems immediately in front of us.
That's why he's
We're in a
taking the
Except
chocolate
we do.
boat.
yeah, not sailing on Strawberry River, but we may as well be.
Carberry
I mean,
River.
what problem do you want me to solve?
See, this is exactly my point.
Hmm. Hmm.
He doesn't see problems. He just
He
if you bring them to
has
him, it's a
uh-huh.
problem. But
Well, I mean, there was a problem. You were holding on to the side of the boat, and I was very afraid that you could die.
there you go.
But you're
Sometimes he
up
sees the
now.
problem. I think your perception is about an 8.
Before that, there was a problem where there was this really good looking chocolate in a cage, so it might be edible. I knew better than to just cut parts of the boat without
I like
finding
how
out if they
Lee
were
laughed,
load
but he
boarded.
laughed off on mute
Yep, yep.
when I said your perception was about an 8.
Yep.
No, I'm just
Is that
understanding
on
your
a
character.
100 scale?
I mean, I
How
would
did he
go
get an 8? We
lower,
only give him
but
D6s.
The amount of
I would
time
make
I had to
perception
laugh
lower,
on
but
mute.
it's and of course I'm not talking on a die scale, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
On a die, I would say somehow you have a perception of a 1.
Yeah. I mean, Alan clearly has some issues with object permanence and self-regulation. That's all we're saying.
That's
Um,
all we're saying.
Self-regulation is
We're just trying
totally
to understand Alan. That's all.
overrated.
oh, so with a vote and a half, we're going right out. We're going to Vampville. We're going to Vampire Pirates now.
Vampville.
Vampville.
I'm writing that down.
I like
Yeah, Bill.
vampires are cool.
Yeah. I will
Okay,
absolutely make sure to
let's go to
reread.
Vampville.
Yeah. All
But
right,
do we
we are
get to,
sold.
will the chocolate ship be there when we get bored?
Yeah, that's how you're getting there.
Okay.
You're going on the chocolate boat.
I mean, we
Um,
have to get there on the chocolate boat.
yes. Yeah.
Well,
So
I just
unless
wanted to make
Rose
certain it
decides
wasn't
that
going
she
to
wants
leave
to,
when we got off.
well, that would be on Rose.
Huh? What?
I thought that was on the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Isn't Rose the Dreadfire Roberts?
No, Fezzik is the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Who's just like clearly obviously in love with Rose the way Wesley was with Buttercup. That's why the only thing he says is as you wish.
But I'm lost. Was Rose the captain, or is Fezzik as the Dreadfire Roberts the captain?
Rose is the captain. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up to Rose. Yeah.
This is where now that we've confirmed we're going to Vantville. So first of all, last episode, Tad had said hi to Luffy. The Luffy that's on the ship is so you know how there's like a mermaid on the front of the boat beneath the there's one of those
Yeah.
but with Luffy. Luffy's the masthead on the front of the boat.
Great.
He is also the pirate pope of a pirate religion.
So we
So
should definitely not chop that off and let him sink to the sea, bottom of the sea.
well, it's just chocolate, so it's not actually him. But it was just like it was that was how he saw Luffy. Luffy is again the pope of all pirates in this world,
Oh, I
leader of
see.
the pirate religion. Yeah, um, yeah.
Things I
I
did
got to
not
set
know
that up.
until now because I missed last episode.
Right. Well, last episode, I just wanted to make it clear that Luffy was not sailing with us, but he is in the world somewhere.
Yeah.
Much like
Okay,
Wesley.
so it's a chocolate wood copy of Luffy.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Gotcha.
like well marbled, those sorts of things.
And
Um,
sometime in the last 10 years since this world dropped into existence, he has become the Pope of our religion.
yeah, yeah. It didn't take very long. Um, but
Is he
I
the
mean,
Pope?
if you don't have much
The
history,
Pope
it
is
would.
pretty active. Is he the Pope or is he a saint?
I'm pretty sure he's probably pretty active. I mean,
yeah,
he's
Okay.
Luffy.
yeah.
He's
So
got to have a ship.
he's got
He's
a
probably still running around doing pirating.
he's got a Pope
Cool.
straw hat
Okay.
or a straw Pope hat, whichever you want to put it.
Okay.
But yeah. So you go sailing as you cross the boundary between one side and the next. You're boat, tips slightly as it realigns to the gravity, and you notice that the waters go from a clearer blue. They were a very dark blue, a very dark wine blue, but now they're even more murky. And as you go sailing deeper into the side, trees, you basically start going from like river to marsh, sort of. So as you drive, your great pirate, like Spanish galleon, slowly remorphs itself into a bit of like one of those fan boats to going through the wetlands, sort of thing. It's a very big one. It's a very, very big one. But that's what you're sailing on, more of a barge, you know. As you come in to, there are these dark plants and a wooden village set up where there are a few torches, but it's a world where it's always night, and you can see glowing red eyes and fangs, amongst the people there. But again, they're while scary, they are not hostile, and this is a civilization where they realize that, hey, the real enemy right now are the pirate kaiju, or not the pirates, but the kaiju gods, and they're not, they're still vampire pirates. They still abide by pirate code, even if they disagree with the pirate pope right now because they're vampires. So of course they hate Christianity, um, that sort of thing. And you make your way into the tavern. What's a good name for like a vampire bar? Um, something.
The last drop or the last drip.
The last drip. Okay, then we're going to the last drip. Um, and as you walk in there, it's your typical uh dark, thuggy sort of tavern where there's a vampire bartender standing behind, polishing a bloodstained glass that never gets any clearer. Um, and with these wayward passing adventures, you see there is a quest board, sort of a glowing, interactive, like if this was a video game, it would be like hey, there's look at this. Um,
Important.
and exactly, yeah, yeah. There's various information on there, and this is where. So first of all, the first quest that which I guess you can add to these if you have ones. I mean, Peter, I don't know if Lex's question of what is this place was answered or even answered enough, or is that still a quest? We're going to go with what is this place?
I mean, it's probably never going to be never ending, just given the
Yeah,
actual reality of this place, which is it's
I mean,
a
I want to find a good way to establish the mentality of like, hey, um, you are in a fantasy world, so that like you're at least aware of die in the way that the characters in the graphic novel were, but it's slightly different because this is your first time here and not like you were there as kids and now you're back again. So if we could get there one of these days, that'd be great. But on the quest board before you, there are, a few cryptically named ones. One is called the Corpse of War. So if you want to go find what happened to the corpse of the god of war, that is a quest. There are a few other quests for summoning other god monsters. If you want to face the monster of the god of excess, you would participate in the atrocity exhibition. If you wanted to summon the god of water, you would take up the quest to drown the world. Um, and if you wanted to make contact with the god of the underworld, you would perform the Mortal Coil Shuffle. All of these are different quests or activities that you would lead to. It's kind of a half um, hunting exhibition, half vision quest, summoning ritual. That's how you would encounter these gods to fight. So there'd be various tasks to perform, and that's where you see that at the very end of the board there is a quest to summon the god of fire, and the name of it is simply burn this place to the ground. And that is just about where we would end this episode. Next time you'll start by, or we could quickly pick right now which type of quest you feel like going on next time, so we could set it up with a little bit more direction than we did this time. I'll reread These Savage Shores to drop as many pirate vampire Easter eggs as I can in there. Um, all those good sorts of things. Yeah, and then if you want to, next time we set out on the path to fight a god. The question at this point is which one. Um,
Well,
uh,
I mean, we already fought the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, so I feel like,
you joined the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
well, see,
Yeah.
what I learned from Squirrel Girl is fights aren't always fights.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Admittedly, I haven't read Scroll Girl, so I don't know where that was.
Well, that's
I
just
get it.
silly of you.
I know. One of the silliest things. Stars and wishes. I didn't know if anyone had anything. Peter, I'm sorry if I said I definitely forgot too much of our conversation because I remember now saying it.
I wasn't entirely sure where you're going, and maybe you did or didn't. It's fine.
Yo,
I just I was a little confused. That's all. I mean,
yeah, I unfortunately realizing it's all more,
honestly, it's all good. Like
okay, that's
I
good.
wouldn't worry too much about it. Like I'm fairly open to however you want to do things most of the time. If there's any
Mhm.
like hard boundaries, I'm probably gonna press them. But
Do it. Yeah, no. I again, this is I was hoping this is one of the reasons why um so that quest burn this place to the ground is going to be on every quest board until you take it. Um, so I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a spoiler where I was going with there, but if we had gone to Pirate Town, it would have been the last quest on the board there too. Um, that said, not every quest is going to be available in every location. So like exploring for the Corpse of War and the other gods I mentioned, the God of Excess and the Underworld God, those do have quests from this board. So yeah, if you had gone the other way, there would have been a few other quests to see and explore. So yeah, so it's really trying to get to that place of that I originally envisioned of like, hey, this is a full-on freaking world that has pre-planned places and quests and things to do, and all of that. That being said, again, I think next episode going into it, Lee, let me know if you think level 3 would be fair or level 4. Kind of one of those where, like I said, I know you haven't gotten a chance to play with your toys very much, if at all, really, but definitely, want you to not feel. I mean, I think power level is pretty high in die, so I
Yeah.
hopefully you wouldn't feel too like, I'm trying to think of it in D&D of like, I don't want you to feel squishy compared to everyone else, like you won't be able to fight alongside them somehow.
Yeah. Well, my initial reaction, and I'll say this, and maybe this is sort of capping myself or handicapping myself rather. Um, Given that I haven't really had much combat, which I'm not necessarily asking for this, but obviously
Hmm.
this will be fun anyway. Given that I haven't had a lot of combat to try out those toys, I think
Hmm.
that would be a good sort of play to sort of see where I'm at or how squishy I am.
Nice.
But yeah, I did see that I did get a new gift, and I have it written down, but I have to check with you to see what's in the realm of being fair here. I
Yeah.
have MI assisted weaponry, right? So now my Colt 45
Uh-huh.
has much more AI, or excuse me, MI enhancements because
Uh-huh.
AI is derogatory.
That's
Okay, there we go.
right.
I had that
There we
written in
go.
my notes. So, by the way, Chang, if
Uh-huh.
you send me your email, man,
Uh-huh.
I have I think I'm going to try to I have a Google Doc that I'll share with everybody just to see with
oh,
notes where I got what
I
I'm
was
missing.
thinking
Oh, okay.
I'll say it off air. Anyway,
Mm.
Oh, I guess we can all do our thing. That's cool too.
Hmm.
But yeah, that would be my initial reaction is I'll probably keep it uh, pretty simple. But yeah, I think it makes sense just story wise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think well, that was your first gift with the gun was the MI assisted targeting.
Oh, so I
But
might.
then so for level two, you can either pick a new gift, like a new, you know, uh, uh, like a different machine, or you can get an upgrade to the one you have. So that was one of the things when kind of looking at the skill tree, there are times where it says new gift, where in that you can either pick an upgrade or a whole new gift, and then there are times where it's just an upgrade. So if
Yeah.
you wanted to have the most diversity possible with the number of gifts, I think you can get up to like one, two, three, four, five. You can get up to six,
Okay.
seven with the interesting decision.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just one of those where I'm like, and of course the Neos do also have a respec ability, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I just wanted to,
Oh,
uh,
thank you.
yeah, and the way I look at it is that anything in the book is fair game. It's one of those where there's not really any abilities in the game book that I'm scared of or don't want people to use. It's one of those if it's interesting to you, it's interesting to me, and we'll do something cool with it.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
excellent. All
Um,
right. I
yeah.
d It sounds like that was about it. If unless anybody had anything else, want to speak now or forever hold your peace. With that, I this is where I'm like, Tad, you I can't do this. I can't do everything you do. You're way too important to comics as a whole. I mean, not only that, but you can't leave Paul Pope hanging tonight. You got to get back out there. 22 panels
Well,
can never
okay,
die.
you're right. I'm not going to leave Paul hanging. He was kind enough to fit me into his busy schedule. Um, so yeah, all right. All right. There will be more 22 panels. It's not 22 panels no more.
Whew.
It's 22 panels and some die in between. Um, so for Peter Lee, Jonathan and our marvelous game master Phil. This has been 22 panels, and we will see you after the next page.